It's a project that connects how one partnership bridges east and west, a classy gift when students and supplies join up, and all aboard, determining the scale for rail. Thanks for joining us. I'm Renee Tejas. These stories and more, but first our top story. The extreme drought conditions continue in Central Texas, and so the City of Austin will move to Stage 2 mandatory watering restrictions on Tuesday, September 6th. Stage 2 restrictions include allowing for outdoor watering only once per week for residential, multifamily, and commercial customers of Austin Water. During Stage 2, violators of the restrictions could receive a citation if the violation is not corrected. Citations will be issued through the municipal court, and fines are set at $475. Austin City Manager Mark Ott has called for the Stage 2 restrictions because of low storage levels in Lakes Travis and Buchanan. You can get all the details on the Stage 2 mandatory watering restrictions by visiting waterwiseaustin.org. And also be sure to follow Austin Water on Facebook and Twitter for continuing updates and information. And hopefully some of our much-needed rain will get our moisture levels back on track and off the track. But open for display recently was streetcar manufacturer Ken Casario, who brought their latest vehicle to Brush Square Park for the public to see. This is one of several cars currently being considered as the Transportation Department studies the possibility of a transit system in Austin. The city is currently proposing transit investments which could serve key destinations in central Austin and provide direct connections to other regional transit systems. Work continues on planning efforts to provide the community with the information it needs about routes, technologies, and costs to make an investment decision. The city is considering urban rail for a possible November 2012 bond election. For more information on the Urban Rail project, visit austinurbanrail.com. And from a possible bond vote on rail to the latest votes your city council took, it's time for a city council meeting. Here's the latest update.
Council authorized a contract to purchase digital video recording equipment for APD's patrol cars and motorcycles. This contract includes equipment, installation, integration, and testing of the video system, Panasonic Arbitrator in-car video solution. This video system will document police interactions with the public, enhancing transparency and officer safety. Council also approved a resolution to come to a legal settlement on the case between Nathaniel Sanders Sr. versus Leonardo Quintana and the City of Austin. This settlement was made for the amount of $750,000. Council also heard a briefing on different logistics related to holding elections. The presentation reviewed the options and administration costs for a May and November 2012 election. It is estimated that the May election would be more expensive than the combined November election. Council also conducted hearings to receive a public comment regarding the fiscal year 2011-2012 proposed budget, which is intended to be adopted on the week of September 12th. These hearings also discussed any budget changes affecting Austin Water Utility and Solid Waste Services. Solid Waste Services will not increase its base collection fee of $8.75 or the anti-litter fee of $5, but they will make some rate adjustments to encourage our customers to reduce their waste and help Austin reach its zero waste goal. To do that, the fee for the 96-gallon trash cart, the largest cart, will increase by $3 per month to $20.20. Cart fees will remain the same for the 32 and 64-gallon trash carts, which are used by most customers. Solid Waste Services will also offer customers a new choice in cart sizes. In the fall of this year, the department will offer a 21-gallon trash cart for $4 per month. Customers interested in switching to a smaller trash cart at a lower rate may call 494-9400 to adjust their service. Council also approved a resolution that welcomes 11 honorees into the 2011 Austin Music Memorial, including Sims Ellison, Walter Hyatt, and Benjamin Leo B.L. Joyce. This memorial honors deceased individuals who have contributed to Austin's diverse music culture and community. The Austin Music Memorial serves as an economic development tool, cultural heritage site, and tourist destination for the city, embracing the impressive array of talents, styles, genres, ethnicities, and traditions in the Austin music community. In all, Council considered 115 items at its August 25th meeting. Its next regularly scheduled meeting is September 1st. For CityView, I am Paulina Sosa.
We've heard the art under I-35 near downtown called whale's bones or silver spears, and recently a ribbon-cutting ceremony for that makeover project took place. This project began in 2004 with the formation of the I-35 Makeover Coalition, made up of citizens, businesses, and neighborhood leaders, with a goal to create a safe, clean, and attractive gateway reconnecting East Austin to downtown. Through collaborative efforts between the Makeover Coalition, the City of Austin, Keep Austin Beautiful, and the Texas Department of Transportation, their vision has become a reality.
This highway that connects us to the world has sometimes split us east and west along that old boundary of the City of Austin and has left out part of our community. And what we're doing here today is not only about light, but it's about unite. It's about joining our community together with the unusual lights at night and with a clean area connecting.
The project included lot reconstruction through public works, landscaping, and a massive artistic lighting project through art in public places. This project is a great example of how a grassroots idea from the public can become reality through collaborative efforts with local government. And speaking of makeovers, the City of Austin is working with Airport Boulevard users, owners, neighbors, and stakeholders to revitalize this important corridor. The goal is to develop the vision and identify the tools needed for redevelopment. 2 city-initiated studies are underway now. One will identify multi-use transportation improvements for Airport Boulevard from Lamar to US 183. Meanwhile, the Upper Airport Boulevard Planning Initiative focuses on the stretch from Lamar Boulevard to I-35. You are invited to help shape the future of Airport Boulevard by participating in a mobility kickoff and community visioning workshop on September 13th. The mobility kickoff takes place at 2 times, 5 and 8 p.m. From 6 to 8 p.m., the workshop will explore issues and opportunities for Upper Airport Boulevard. All meetings will be held at the Catholic Church at 1320 East 51st Street. To learn more about the project or to sign up for updates by email, visit airportboulevard.com. And did you know that the City of Austin's real estate department is known as the gold standard when it comes to organizations acquiring real estate on behalf of Texas municipalities? The real estate office was recently visited by representatives from the city of El Paso. With a growing population of only 150,000 people less than our own, their team was in search of innovative ways to do real estate. El Paso staff members learned some of our best practices in the real estate field and participated in roundtable discussions.
What we're going to try and do is take as much information about the organizational structure and the transactional operation of this office and try and emulate it as much as possible in El Paso for the simple reason that this is a very successful property management division, and who better to copy?
This is just one example of how the City of Austin is one of the best managed cities in the nation, and from real estate to how the City of Austin employees demonstrate goodwill. You see, the school year has officially begun, and to kick it off, the City of Austin held the 6th annual Build a Backpack and School Supply Drive. This year, city employees collected a record-breaking amount of school supplies, nearly 550 backpacks stuffed with hundreds of pounds of school supplies. These backpacks go to students who need them most. Recipients were kids who attend schools that have 90% or greater reduced or free lunches.
This year's donation was nearly double, I'm happy to say, last year's, and it breaks our all-time record of donations. Of course, I think that's just amazing.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Castillo. I go to Riley Elementary, and I'm in 5th grade. My favorite subject is math. I really enjoy school. When I grow up, my dream is to be a lawyer, and if I want that to happen, I have to get an education. I want to take this time to thank everyone who involved in putting this school supplies together for us. This is a blessing for my family and I.
This annual event is also a way for the city to highlight its mentor and tutor program. For years, city employees have been volunteering their time to tutor and mentor AISD students. Making sure students have the right influences and tools to succeed is important to our city employees, who to date have donated more than 2,600 backpacks. Good luck to our AISD students this coming school year. The City of Austin Community Gardens is growing international interest. You see, a graduate student from Stuttgart, Germany is starting to sow the ideas of some Green Thumb Austinites into a thesis, hoping in the process to transplant knowledge learned here back into Germany's soils to grow gardens in an ever-changing climate.
The beauty of these community gardens is that each one of them has their own personality and own character. A lot of what we've found is more successful, obviously, is when it's hot like this to bury this under the ground. We've got an enormous amount of gardening knowledge here in Austin, and there's international interest in growing food locally and local food systems.
My name is Florian Zoll. In Germany we are quite innovative. Stuttgart is more industrial city. It's very expensive there to live, and the city does not take really much attention to gardens. So they prefer selling urban space to companies. Here we have more technological. It's a very progressive city, a very modern and liberal city.
Most Austinites would be excited to know that we're actually on the map internationally for that, thanks to a lot of these great gardeners out here that have been working at this for many years. When we're in drought, there's all kinds of different drought restrictions.
Did read in the internet about it, and this garden has the longest, it's the oldest one with 30 years.
And that knowledge is important across the world, especially as we look at climates that are becoming more challenging for growing food. There's international attention on climates like ours. It's 105 degrees out here today. And so there's some innovative strategies managing water and producing food even in the harshest climates.
Gardening is pretty great. I think for me it's very therapeutic.
That draws interest from around the world. And you can see the peppers there.
In my research project I can see how it's done here to publish it in Germany, so we can learn a lot about this.
People will come here and buy starter seeds, starter plants for their own gardens. Growing our own food makes a lot of sense. The average piece of produce travels 1,500 miles to get to your plate. So the more we can grow here in Austin,
yeah, it's good.
It keeps our dollars local and is more nutritious and accessible. We're fortunate to live in a city that has a very active community in sustainable food production.
I started from seeds and I didn't think they were going to get this big. I've been clipping all the tops off.
I was just prepping flower beds for the fall planting. Just building some raised beds and putting in some compost and some new dirt.
One of the aspects of this program that we're just starting to really get some traction on is sustainable urban agriculture, which is looking at larger plots of land to grow more volumes of food in a sustainable way. So one of the things we've been talking about also is not just the gardens, but also the opportunities on land to produce food in otherwise unutilized land.
That's all for this edition of CityView. I'm Renee Tejas. Our next episode premieres Friday, September 9th. Thanks for watching.